Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a journalism blog. So here's everything that we are going to cover today. What is a journalism blog with a few examples, how to pick a niche and why picking a niche is important in the very beginning, and even how to niche down. Next, we are going to get web hosting and get a domain name for free when you click that first link in the description. After that, we are going to talk about how to install WordPress, how to install both a free and premium WordPress theme is, and what the differences are there, and important changes you have to make to your website in order to start getting traffic. After that, we're going to talk about writing, and then we're going to talk about some ways to make money with your website and why you need to share your content on social media, and about how many blog posts you should write before you decide on the next steps. Be sure to check out the 3 links in the description, as I will be referring to those links throughout the duration of this video. First things first, what is a journalism blog? A journalism blog really all depends on the direction you want to take it, quite honestly. You could create a blog where you are doing investigative reporting on topics that are regional or even local. You could be teaching people how to become a journalist. You really need to spend some time and figure out exactly what your goal of your website is, because that's going to lead you in 2 very different paths. For example, let's take a look at this website here that I found. This website right here called onlinejournalismblog.com is a blog all about journalism. If we look and we scroll through, they are providing tips to become a better writer. Now, if that's something that you want to do, this could be a good blog to model your website after. And I'm actually going to show you how to find keywords to write on using this website in just a second. But as you can see, they talk a little bit about Google Sheets. They're really trying to help the reader or its audience become a better journalist. And if that's something that you want to do, you want to definitely take a look at this website. So what we're going to do here, we're going to use this website to help us find some keywords. What we can do is we can copy the domain name here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. We're going to go over to our keyword research tool called Ahrefs, and I'm just going to paste the domain name right in here just like that. And when I paste in the domain name and look at the organic keywords, now people are finding this website, onlinejournalismblog.com, through search. And so they're typing in these keywords here on the left-hand side, and then they're actually ranking. So how to write an anonymous blog, you can see here they're ranking in the 6th position. They're ranking number 1, and the keyword difficulty is 6. Now, what I recommend that you do as a brand new blog or website, try and find keywords that have a keyword difficulty level of 5 or less. Now, the keyword difficulty is a scale between 0 and 100, and the closer you get to 100, the more difficult it will be for a new blog or website to rank. So what we can do here is we can change this to 5 or less, hit enter, and then as you can see, there are a bunch of keywords that you could potentially rank if you write correctly. And so we're actually going to come back to this in just a little bit, but this is how you can find keywords and even niche down. What you can do is you can look at some of these different keywords here and figure out what you want to write out, and then go ahead and write. So if we jump back over to our slide deck here, we have talked about what a journalism blog is. We have picked a niche and we've niched down. The next step is you need to get web hosting. If you click the first link in the description, you can actually get web hosting. Now, you need a web hosting provider in order for your website to be seen on the internet. What you're going to do, or what I recommend that you do, is click the first link in the description and work with the web hosting provider that is linked. The reason being is they are very beginner friendly. It's a good first place for your brand new blog or website. And what they're actually going to do is they're going to host your website so that people from around the world can see it. They're also going to give you a domain name for free for the first year. A domain name is simply a name that your website is referenced. For example, this is onlinejournalismblog.com. That's the domain name. And you can actually set all of that up through one place with that first link. Now, I'll actually walk you through step by step in just a second how to set everything up, but it's actually really easy and it takes less than 10 minutes. So right now I'm going to show you step by step how to set up your brand new web hosting provider and get your domain name for free for the first year. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've got all that set up, we've installed WordPress, we've installed a WordPress theme. That theme that we installed is a free theme. I'm going to show you how to get a premium theme in just a second. And we've made some changes to our website so that we can actually start getting traffic. So right now you have a free theme. It's basic, it's plain, it has no additional features and functionality. What I recommend that you do is go out and get a premium theme, because it's going to have additional features. It's going to look a little bit better, and you're going to be able to make more changes. For example, this website that we've been going back and forth with, this is a premium theme. It has additional features. The sidebar here looks a little bit more intuitive, and it's more user friendly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a premium theme. And to do that, you're going to click the second link in the description, and it'll take you over to this website. And what you can do is you can simply type in a keyword or even journalism right into the search bar here, and you can find premium themes that are going to be related to journalism or whatever keyword you enter in. So we can just type in journalism here, and as you can see, we have journal. All right, so I typed in journalism here, and as you can see, there's 161 items of different WordPress themes that are geared towards journalists. And what I recommend that you do is go through, find one that you like. Don't spend a ton of time, maybe 10 or 15 minutes at most, and then find one that you like and simply press this button to add it to your cart. Once you add it to your cart, you are going to check out and pay for that theme. You're going to download a zip file to your computer. You're going to unpack or unzip that file, and there's going to be a second zip file. We're going to take that second zip file, and we are going to place it into our WordPress website and creating a brand new theme. And to do that, we're going to go back over to our WordPress dashboard, and we are going to we're going to hover on appearance, and we're going to click on themes. When you click on themes, you're simply going to go to add new, and then you are going to go to upload theme, and then you can drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can manually choose it by clicking choose file. Regardless of the method you choose, click on install file and then activate. And that's actually going to change how your WordPress looks. That's actually going to change how your WordPress website looks and feels. So you just added a brand new theme. If we jump back over to our slide deck, now we need to start writing. When it comes to a brand new website, I get 3 questions. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write? I'm going to go ahead and answer 2 of those questions right now. To start writing, we are going to go to post, and then we are going to click on add new. When we click on add new, we are going to add in the keyword that we found in the previous step, how to use rank formula in Excel, for example. We're going to copy this, and we are going to paste it right in our title here. The reason why we're doing it this way is so that our blog post can be discovered in the search. This is called search engine optimization. Obviously, what we want to do is clean this up just a little bit so that it looks neat and professional. And what we're going to do next is we need to figure out how long our blog post should be. Now, that really depends on a few factors. It depends on the question that's being asked. It depends on the competitors, and really depends on how many words it takes to really answer the question. In general, your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. It should not be unnecessarily long, but a good way to figure out how long your blog post should be is simply to put the search term right into Google and check out the first few answers. For example, let's take a look at this one, and let's take a look at maybe this one. And when we open them up, we're going to simply count the number of words that are on the page, and that should give us a pretty good idea. So if we scroll down, let's see, we'll right click, and if we eyeball it, we're probably looking at about 700 words. And let's go to word counter. Okay, 1,140 words. So what you could do is you could write a blog post of about 1,500 to 2,000 words, answering the question. Now that comes back to my original question, how do I start writing? And for me, the easiest way to start writing is to take about 10 or 15 minutes to brainstorm on the question. I like to brainstorm with a simple writing prompt that we learned way back in elementary school with the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, what I'll do is I'll simply ask questions with regard to our keyword and I'll fill them in. And I'll just take about 10 or 15 minutes and ask questions with the thought that I will answer them in the blog post. That's how you're going to write longer. That's how you're going to write faster. For example, we could say when to use rank formula in Excel. And when you are brainstorming, you don't have to really worry about getting the word spelled correctly. You want to make sure that you are getting your ideas down on paper so that you can move on to the next idea. Worrying about spelling is something that's only going to hold you back. Where are the, we'll say, hotkeys for Excel, we could say. And what you're going to do again is you're going to spend about 15 minutes brainstorming some ideas that you're going to put into your blog post. Once you are done, after your 15 minutes, you are simply going to delete the bad ideas and keep the good ones. And the good ones that you keep, you're going to turn those into H2s. All right, so once you are done turning these into H2s, you're simply going to come down here and answer the question. When to use rank formula in Excel, you can say here are the best times to use rank formula, and then answer the question. You're simply going to go through and do that the entire way. And once you are done, you are going to click publish. And once you click publish, it will be available for the entire world to hear, see, read, and give feedback. Now that we've figured out how to start writing, the next step is to figure out how to make money with your blog. There are a number of ways to make money. If we jump back over here, it appears that this blog is making money with ads, which is pretty common. That's the first way and the main way a lot of people think of when it comes to making money online. And you can make money really easy. You can work with a company called Google AdSense, and they'll actually place ads automatically right on your website. What you'll do is you'll click get started, go through the process, and they'll automatically place them. You won't have to think about it too much. The only drawback to using Google AdSense is that they don't pay a ton. You're going to make pennies on the dollar in the very beginning, and it's going to feel like a trickle. What you can do once you start getting significant traffic is move on to premium ad networks like Ezoic, Media.net, AdThrive, and they're going to pay you significantly more. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, the great thing with affiliate marketing is you can get started from day one and potentially start making money right away. Now, when it comes to affiliate marketing, you want to make sure that you are recommending products that are congruent with your target audience. For example, if you are in the journalism niche and you're teaching people how to write, maybe there's software that can help them. For example, like Grammarly, that they have an affiliate program, and you could recommend that they use Grammarly. If someone signs up for the Grammarly Premium, you get paid a commission. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, the third link in the description leads to a free affiliate marketing course. And another way that you can make money is simply to sell your own physical or digital products. It doesn't look like this website's doing it, but that's an opportunity as well. Now, selling your own digital and physical products is outside the scope of this video, but it's definitely an opportunity. After the different ways to make money, you want to share your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media in the very beginning is Google is not going to send you a ton of traffic. And so you want to start generating traffic, getting leads, and potentially making money. You want to go out to social media where people are already hanging out and talking about whatever your blog or website is. For example, you want to go out to Facebook groups, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, LinkedIn, anywhere where there are people that are actually interested in your topics. Now, the one caveat to going out to social media is sometimes you'll go out to social media, your content is on how to write a blog anonymously. You don't want to share your content out to people that are interested in basket weaving. That's not going to be congruent. No one's going to click on your links and read your blog post. So only share your content where people are actually interested in your content. And then the final question that I get is, how many blog posts should I write? Now, in my personal opinion, I think you should write at least 50 blog posts before making a decision one way or another. Now, I like the number 50 because it's significantly more than a lot of people. A lot of people stop after 10 or 20. Also, you have 50 keywords out there. Something is going to rank unless you have done a terrible job of keyword research. and you're just going to get better at writing. You're going to get faster, and you're going to have a better idea of what your customers, your readers, your audience want. So I think you should write every day for 50 days or every other day for 100 days and let the chips fall where they may. Now, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first one's for web hosting. The second one is for premium WordPress themes. And the third one is for a free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.